Oh my gosh, hello, hello. First off, huge congratulations. Oh my goodness, this film is so special. It really resonated with me. Thank you so much. Happy South by Southwest.
Yeah. Thank you.
First and foremost, Shannon, you've beautifully brought to life the literal feeling of being stuck in a loop. What, what was the inspiration behind creating kind of this supernatural but very tangible element to explore the emotional exhaustion and confusion of that feeling of not being in control of our own lives and needing to get back to ourselves?
This is going to be a therapy session instead of
Yeah.
an
All my interviews end up being like that.
Yeah, no, what a great question. It's true. It's like it's sort of everything combined. And I think the desert is such a great environment for that because if you've ever been on your own in a rural place, it's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? And I love that this is a character on her own. There's so many genre films where it's like a group of people and they have to come together to figure this out, or they're fighting amongst themselves. It's like, no, what happens if you're on your own in this environment? And yeah, it's I think the desert is just a natural place to tell a story like this. It's such a cheat to just be like, put him in the desert and see what happens. If you've ever gone out to the desert, it's just such unique people in a like who lives out in the middle of nowhere. So we got to see some of that while filming. Like people would pass by and it's like we were an hour from civilization and there's people who live out there. So yeah, no, it was kind of a fun film to put together.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't say a cheat, I'd say very clever.
I would say the
Thank
same
you.
too.
Thank
Don't
you.
downplay it.
I'm clever. We
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get to validating ourselves in a minute, but no, no. It's so true. I mean, I live in Los Angeles and it's like kind of reminded me a little bit of like I remember I went to a bachelorette party once in Arizona and like that drive. And no, this film evokes so many feelings. I think, like I said, it's so really resonated with me. And Kristine, as Claire becomes, she starts to face her fears in a sense. She grows more confident in herself. Can you talk about the process of finding the nuances of when she needs versus chooses to kind of be guarded against others and herself? I think something that women just struggle with in general, being out in the world.
Definitely. I mean, it's basically all in the script. That's just to be fair. Like it's written exactly how it feels to be a woman. I mean, we talked about that even in the beginning when she goes in to see Max. Yeah. And Shannon was like, let's put the cap on. Like, let's think of defenses all the time because you're constantly aware and you do guard yourself in a different way. But the build up to her starting to, you know, unravel that guard is all in the script. So I just had to show up and do the scene. And then in the end, when she finally accepts help from the older Steve, that's like when she's finally answering it truthfully, like, are you okay? Do you need help? Yes, I do need help. I'm not okay. Like that was the moment where I think it really begins for her. I do think she's kind of in this dance of resistance for quite some time.
I think it was, I'm going to go off of what Kristine just said, because some of it was like Kristine, not to embarrass you, is like very special. And like when you just put the camera on her, like so much of the movie, she's just by herself. And man, it was like such a treat to just watch her explore and like find this character and try different things. And like, it was like, oh, that's good. Okay, let's do another take. Oh, dang it. That was good too. Like, how are we going to choose in the edit between these great options? So yeah, it was a balance that Kristine brought for sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It sounds like a beautiful collaboration. But it's true. I mean, I think that um there's a lot of I could see all the wonderful peddling that was happening. And I think to Shannon's point, you are such a special actor in that way where your face really does say so much with so little, and that is such a gift. And then Shannon, to Kristine's point, to have it all be on the page for an actor like, Kristine to be able to just play and like evoke those kind of nuances that really make or break a film like this
Yeah.
is really special.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have Kristine sit in my office, so when I'm writing, I have like confidence
hype
boosting.
moment.
Yeah, thanks.
No,
Kristine.
but it is really rare. And then on the day she let us play, we did so many different versions, and that's super exciting too, because I think if you have a strong foundation, like your script is, then you know what you need to get, but then you can see what happens from there, and
Yeah.
that's the gift that doesn't always happen.
It was something that I like pushed for a lot. Like, let's not spend time setting up dolly track. Like, let's get as many takes as we can. And I think it just took the pressure off each take to like,
Yeah.
we can try and explore and like, and I can try something different and Kristine can try something different.
Yeah, I never felt scared to try something.
Yeah.
And Nika, our DP, was so ready.
Yeah.
I would always be like, do you need to know what's gonna happen? He's like, nah, I got it. And he just like figured it
Yeah,
out.
it was a dance between the two of them. It was
Yeah.
fun to watch them, Nico react and change the composition and follow what she was doing. And yeah, he didn't know what was happening. Yeah.
Everyone was kind of on their toes, but it wasn't out of fear, it was out of excitement and knowing that in the end it will all work out because there was that trust built. So yeah, I can totally see that. I really want to rewatch. I've only watched the movie once, but I'm really excited to rewatch for those kind of little moments of being like, oh, this is starting to set in, or this shift is happening, which is really exciting. I want to go back. I just said it a little earlier about validating ourselves. And I think this film really shines a light on the importance of that, which I don't want to give too much away, but the idea of being able to call ourselves something if we're not, making money from it, or we're not, success, the idea of success and what that means to each of us. But in this industry where I feel like it's so easy to not get that validation sometimes when things are moving so fast, there's time crunches. I feel like and especially moments like this, it's at a festival, it's the time to sort of shine a light on that and to validate each other and ourselves. How has giving validation to your art and your work kind of affected your creative processes, not only in this film, but kind of in all your work?
That's a good question. I mean, that was something I know the first time I sold a screenplay, my siblings bought me a mug that said screenwriter. And that was like such a nice turning point for me where it was like, oh yeah, I am a writer. Like,
Yeah.
and I think we probably both have moments in your career where you're like, oh, I am doing this or I am capable of doing this. And yeah, it's a fascinating thing. Like those moments aren't always like it didn't happen when I sold a screenplay. It happened when I got a mug. Like
Right.
That's
that's
special
like such
though.
it's such a human thing, isn't it? You don't know when those moments are gonna hit you, but
No, but coming from, the people that you care about the most,
Yeah.
that's really special. Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm always constantly trying to not just chase the next thing. I'm trying to always sit in with where I am and really appreciate this, they're not small moments, but like the small moments that build up to the bigger ones. But because every step, like getting to be on set is just incredible. And I don't know, I'm really working on self-validation right now, to be
Right.
honest. Yeah, so, but it
How-
does give you so much more self-love and space to like,
Yeah.
just, take up more space and explore yourself.
I don't think it comes naturally in this day and age where there's
No.
just like all these really successful people or seeing all this stuff and I think that's probably a social media thing where you like
Yeah.
compare of like, oh, but this is just where I'm at.
Yeah,
And yeah, it is a self-reflection. It's like, no, I don't need to compare myself to other people.
yeah,
This is what I am.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably everybody works on it. You have good days and bad days.
Absolutely. A
Yes.
lot of therapy sessions, a lot of support from loved
Yeah.
ones, whatever it is.
Yeah,
But
this character in the movie is just having a bad day.
it kind of like broke my heart when she's on the phone with her mom and she's talking about the beautiful photograph that's in the gas station bathroom.
Hmm.
She's like, well, I can't even, if my work can't even get into a shitty gas station bathroom, like what does that make me? And that's it's heartbreaking because we know she deserves to, kind of validate herself and to say, I'm a photographer. And when she finally says those words, it's like saying it's like as powerful as like I love you or like
I
we made
completely
it
agree.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've struggled with that. And, and it was really special. Do you remember, Kristine, the first time you said, I'm an actor? Do you remember if it was like before, after a paying job?
Oh, wow. I've actually never thought about that. I think I've never, it sometimes scares me to say those things out loud, because I'm like, oh, is it gonna go away?
Oh,
Right.
One of those things.
Kristine, you are an actor.
I am an actor.
Did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when people are gonna see this movie, it's just like, oh yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, dang. It's
Thank
just the
you.
range. It was like
Thank
you
you.
show so much. It's very soulful performance.
Absolutely. And to your point, Shannon, that you said in the beginning of this, I mean, you're carrying it. You're carrying this. And it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. But I'm gonna let you ladies go and continue celebrating yourselves and each other on this beautiful journey. This was such an honor and a gift to be able to talk with you today. Thank you so much for your time and your work.
No,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
having me.
much. It was so lovely chatting with you.
I know this is a nice
I
conversation.
know. I didn't even feel like it was an interview.
Yeah, we'll do this again next Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal, right? I mean, but thank you so much. And that means the world to me that you enjoyed your time as well. So thank you. Much love.
Thank you.